This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. After a great first week of football, what does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night prime time. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run here with a rookie. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 18-5, 18-50 Bobcats. Come back to you. Cut Warriors. 79 Broncos.
To throw is Daniels. They'll roll him outright. Outright to Bourne. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. When you look at this Packers defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
Here's Daniels. Open man is Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. Steps away. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. On 4th down, here's Daniels. That's to his running back, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready, drill, 52, 10 flag. Check, ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Down.
They go bootleg. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Here we go.
Play action this time with Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. Will go down as a gain. Six, and that's going to bring up second down. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Cut.
Off the play fake, Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were winners in season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Still to go. Third down now. Now they'll audible to something else. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. To the air goes Daniels. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. And he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 more there and another first down.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Love now. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. Love looking deep here for Dobbs. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
He's got his target. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Lloyd is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Samuel, a gain of 9 yards, and the Commanders' 1st down.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions. 79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
And they're on the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 25, here's second down and 1. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will be a Panthers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first down. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
To throw is Daniels. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Samuel, complete.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Washington offense stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another first down. Here's Daniels. Out route here, and he finds Turner. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
The quick slant caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kendrick Bourne, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Packers 14, Commanders 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ready. Ready.
Here's Love. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Reed. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Love will try with his legs. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Daniels is going to throw for it. He's got McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, trying to be Rangers.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Okay,
here's first down.
come on, come on. Hey.
Back to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get